In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war, but even in this hopeless eternity, some warriors shine brighter than others. The Harakoni Warhawks. These elite drop troopers of the Imperial Guard are unlike any you've seen before. Soaring from the skies, they rain down death upon the enemies of the Emperor. They are masters of airborne warfare, bringing a storm of firepower and shock to every battlefield. The Astra Militarum recruits drop troopers from the hive world of Harakon to form the highly skilled airborne regiments known as the Harakoni Warhawks. The Harakoni Warhawks possess inherent qualities that make them highly skilled in executing gravity shoot drops into conflict zones on planets from space. This combat style also enhanced the Warhawks' reliance on elite Tempestus Scions squads and small unit tactics, as opposed to the preferred methods of ordinary line troops in other Imperial Guard regiments. Harakon is an imperial hive world, characterized by its low gravity and exceptionally tall hive cities, with spires that extend into the high stratosphere. During the recruitment and selection of these elite troops, we find that the Harakoni acquire skills in utilizing grav-gliders for transportation and hunting vaporworms on their home planet. These skills lead to a fearless attitude towards heights and a high level of proficiency in assessing air currents. Such knowledge is essential for their function as drop troops. At the same time, it is a test of the aspirant's courage and technical ability. Individuals from Harakon have utilized their unique skills inside the Imperial Guard, where their regiments serve as highly skilled airborne drop troops. The Harakoni Warhawks have developed a long-standing ability to adjust to different levels of gravity, which makes them naturally inclined to perform very well in grav shoot drops into combat zones on planets from space. The grav chute is an essential piece of equipment for a specific category of soldier. Imagine a cutting-edge backpack that integrates the security of a parachute with certain aspects of the agility found in a jetpack. A grav chute is essentially that. These wearable devices employ anti-gravity suspensor fields. This technique generates a protective barrier around the person, neutralizing the force of gravity and enabling a regulated descent, even from enormous heights such as aircraft or the upper atmosphere. Consider it a gradual descent rather than a rapid drop. Nevertheless, grav chutes possess restrictions, unlike jetpacks, which enable powered flight. They lack the capability for vertical propulsion. However, the chute features small jets on its shoulders, allowing for limited direction control. Troopers are able to modify their descent trajectory, enabling them to strategically land behind enemy lines or swiftly change course to evade incoming enemy attacks. The advantages of grav chutes are evident. They provide enhanced deployment flexibility in comparison to conventional parachutes. Troops can deploy from various heights, providing commanders with a greater range of strategic options. Moreover, the jet's mobility enables a more accurate landing, which is essential for accomplishing tactical goals. Grav chutes, unlike cumbersome jump packs, are smaller and lighter, making them more suitable for extensive deployments where unit numbers are a significant consideration. Who is responsible for donning these advanced parachutes? The Imperial Guard's highly skilled and specialized drop soldiers are the grav chute champions. Regiments like the Tempestus Scions, as well as soldiers from Harakoni and Elysia, greatly depend on this equipment. This combat style also enhances the Warhawks' reliance on elite Tempestus Scion squads and small unit tactics, as opposed to the preferred methods of ordinary line troopers from other Astra Militarum regiments. Countless Imperial generals and war masters have received their awards and accolades thanks to the courage and expertise of the select regiments recruited from the Harakoni Warhawks. The inhabitants of Harakon communicate in a significantly divergent variation of Low Gothic called Kondar. This dialect possesses a unique phonetic quality and is characterized by the frequent usage of various proverbs and aphorisms, which the Harakoni soldiers knowingly exchange among themselves, often leaving outsiders perplexed. The primary purpose of recruiting these Astra Militarum regiments is to deploy them as formidable, heavy infantry units. Certain worlds, as a result of their specific cultural or environmental conditions, generate more specialized and exclusive military units. The Astra Militarum includes the Harakoni Warhawks, a specialized unit of highly mobile and elite airborne soldiers. They are armed with advanced planes and grav chutes, which enable them to perform deep strikes behind enemy lines. The Astra Militarum is renowned for mobilizing the Harakoni Warhawks, one of the most elite and agile heavy infantry units. Equipped with top-notch armor and weapons, the Harakoni Warhawks undergo rigorous training to master aerial attack techniques, utilizing grav chutes, Valkyrie airborne assault planes, and vulture gunships for backup. The population of Harakon includes a notably large proportion of elite stormtrooper companies and special weapons squadrons in their military structure. When conducting a combat drop, the Harakoni Warhawks prefer to execute mass saturation drops on their primary goal. This strategy aims to cause widespread destruction and disarray among the opposing forces due to the Harakoni Warhawks' abrupt arrival behind enemy lines. Due to their focus on mobility, Harakoni Warhawks do not utilize any of the conventional Astra Militarum armored vehicles, ranging from the Lehman Russ tank to the Chimera armored personnel carrier. Consequently, Harakoni troops frequently achieve swift domination over the enemy and capture a target. However, they require support from other Imperial forces equipped with more powerful weapons and armored units, as they are incapable of maintaining control over their objectives for an extended period when confronted with serious enemy opposition. During extensive military operations like planetary sieges, the Harakoni battle doctrine prioritizes hit-and-run tactics that center around ambushes. This strategy allows the Warhawk regiments to leverage their superior firepower and mobility to weaken the enemy before swiftly retreating and repeating the process. The Harakoni are highly skilled at executing swift assaults and maintaining their combat unity for extended periods of time, typically lasting several weeks, even in situations involving direct attacks on stationary objectives. They demonstrate remarkable self-sufficiency and do not require frequent resupply to maintain their operational effectiveness. Before we end this video, I want to mark the differences, in my opinion, between the Warhawks, the Scions, and the Elysian. First, the troopers from Harakoni are heavy multi-purpose airborne infantry. They are there in heavy armor, carrying heavy weapons. They aim to inflict a massive amount of damage to a large area of enemy units, while at the same time they soak up damage, making them a distraction and a hammer that clears the battlefield at the same time. Upon landing, they are capable of pushing back the enemy and prevail within the combat zone, while the Elysians are fast deployment-like infantry as they aim for multi-purpose operations, sabotage, and the neutralization of key enemy defenses and units. Upon landing, they are able to hold position until reinforced, but not much more. And the Scions are a completely different thing. They are airborne, but they act as the shock troops, the tip of the spear. They are there to complete objectives on their own, without any backup. Hope this has made some sense. The video concludes with the Harakoni Warhawks proving to be a formidable force. Elite shock troopers, masters of the grav chute, and unwavering in their devotion to the Emperor, these warriors are the hammer that crushes enemy resistance. Remember, when the thunder of wings echoes through the sky, it's a herald of the Emperor's fury raining down. This is the story of the Harakoni Warhawks. For the Emperor, A.